Hi, this is Paul Evans, and welcome to the third video in the Make Money Online series. And this time we're talking about choosing your domain name. Now, basically, your domain name is how people find you. It's your address. That's why it's called a web address. Just like your home has an address so that the post office and your guest can find you. It's the exact same thing online. Your domain name is exactly how people locate you. So how do you choose a domain name, especially a good domain name? Let me give you 7 concepts to think about and to use when choosing your domain. Then we're going to choose a domain for the project that we'll be working on to build this website. All right, number 1, make sure that it's clear, that it really states what you're about, so that people aren't having to guess too much what it is they're going to. Now, certainly a name like Google a few years ago had no context and no meaning at all, and now, obviously we know what it is. But when you're trying to sell something, it's a little bit better to have a very clear stated name so that people don't have to guess and they do not feel like they're taking a risk. Secondly, make it keyword based. This will help you in your search engine optimization so that Google, when they visit your site, will say, oh, this is exactly what it's about because it's mentioned right there in the domain name. And then when you're getting traffic later on, whether you're writing articles or posting things on Facebook or Twitter, when you're linking back, Google will see, oh, they're talking about X, and their site that they're sending people to is about X as well. So keyword based. People will be able to type this in, know exactly what it is, and it may also be what people are actually searching for. So in the last video, when we talked about choosing your niche, then look online, type things in, find out exactly what people are looking for. What are they typing in to find these certain marketable products? Number 3, use the .com extension. If at all possible, get the .com for your domain. .info, .org, those aren't necessarily bad. They just are not picked up quite as well in the rankings as .com. So, and also, it happens to be something that's very familiar with people. Most of the time, we think of .com first. That's our association. When somebody tells us about a website, if we forget what the extension is, we're going to put .com in first. Number 4, shorter is better. If your domain name is so long that nobody can remember it whatsoever, I'm going to hit that again in just a second, it's going to be a challenge. If it's not easy for them to really lock in, it's going to be a challenge. So the shorter the name, the better. It'll flow better. It'll be easier to remember. No hyphens if possible. Google can actually separate all the words there and know that you are actually typing X in as the keyword in that domain name. So you don't have to have the hyphens there. Plus, it's easier for people to type in. Most people are used to typing in a full domain name without the hyphens, and you certainly don't want to have to tell people there are hyphens in order for them to remember your domain name. It needs to be easy to spell. Easy to spell. Sometimes we try to get cute and create these domain names that are very meaningful for us, but they're not meaningful for the market. The easier to spell, the better. And then, as I've already mentioned, make it memorable. Something that you could tell someone and then they could go and actually remember what the website is. Okay, so here are some examples. This is Fat Loss Quickie. Fat Loss Quickie. That's pretty easy, right? It's not incredibly long. It's easy to remember. If you were in a conversation with someone about fat loss and they said, go to my site, fatlossquickie.com, chances are you would remember it and you would be able to spell it. So pretty simple. So as we see this, Fat Loss Quickie, you think about other fat loss sites out there. There's the Fat Loss Bible, and I think that one's actually .net. There are a lot of products and resources out there for fat loss or even for weight loss that are pretty easy to find. So because of that, I'm going to allow that to be my chosen niche. I'm going to use weight loss for this rest of the series of these videos in building out the website and in going forward and selecting a product to sell, etc. So my chosen niche is going to be weight loss. Now I know that's going to be taken. Weightloss.com is going to be taken. So what are some other ideas? I could actually narrow this niche and tie it to my age group, over 40. So I think that that's what I really want to do because I love this age group. And sometimes those of us who are a little bit older know that the things that work for all those young kids don't work as well for us. Our metabolism is shifted. Our time structure is different. And so I'm going to focus on weight loss for those who are over 40 And I also like when choosing a niche, I like to use words like club, academy, or plan. This allows people to feel like they're being part of something. So, over 40 weight loss club, that sounds pretty cool. Over 40 weight loss academy or over 40 weight loss plan. Pretty easy. So our next step is to go and make sure that our domain is available. And we're going to use GoDaddy to do that, but I'm not actually saying buy your domain from GoDaddy. I'm going to show you where to buy your domain in the next video so we can get the domain and hosting all at the same time. Because if you don't do that, you have to know the DNS, you have to change your domain name server, and you've got to know what that address is. So that's a little bit complicated if you've never done it before. So we're going to skip that step altogether and buy the domain name and the hosting at the same time. But let's go and make sure that our domain name is available before we go and get our hosting. All right, here we are over at GoDaddy. And again, I'm not asking you to buy here because domains are almost $12 right here, new.coms, and you can get them cheaper than that. But I like to use GoDaddy just as my place to check and see if this domain is available. So we said, over 40 weight loss, and I'm going to copy that because I'm going to want to use it again. So copy if this is not available. So over 40 weight loss, go. Okay, it's already taken. Okay, so let's type in plan, over 40 weight loss plan. All right, so that's available. I can come down and enter another domain name. Let's see if club is available. All right, that's available as well. But I really like over 40 weight loss plan. I think it's clear, it's succinct. I could do weight loss over 40 plan to put that keyword right there at the beginning, but I think we're all right with this because I might type in over 40 weight loss plan. It may be something to actually put into Google just to search for. So we're going to let that be it as far as selection of our domain. In the next video, we're going to go and secure our domain and our hosting. So I'll see you there.